like to introduce you to our speaker for tonight. Art Byrd has won many awards as a filmmaker and a journalist. He worked many years as a videographer and a director for WFNJ TV 21 News. But now he has retired from broadcasting, and he is sharing everything he has learned with students at Youngstown State University. He has also written and produced many independent films which have been shown at a lot of the film festivals, and so I would like to hear more about that. So now I will turn it over to Mr. Art Byrd.
It's such a pleasure. I want to thank Cheryl, I want to thank Christy and everybody at the Warren Library. I come here, I know I'm from Youngstown, but if I showed my wallet, I'd show you that I have a yellow card. I do come here. You guys have the best for TV. I have DVDs that I actually have to take back after all of this is done. But I'm excited to be here. I also want to thank another person. You can probably see her around here, Jan Vaughn. She couldn't be here tonight. She's one of my favorite persons in the world. She's amazing. But the main thing that they asked me to come out here, and again, seeing people and watching movies. One of the greatest things I love doing is going to movies. I asked this question before, but I'll ask again. How many of you have been in the theater this last weekend? All right. Ed, how you doing? What did you go see?
The Source Code.
The Source Code, all right. We have it, I haven't seen that yet. But one of the things that a lot of people, how many of you watched the DVD over the weekend? Let me ask that. I always ask my students that. Well, the thing about it is movies have changed a lot now. You can get them anywhere, you can go anywhere and get them. And one of the things that I really enjoy is actually sitting in the theater, smuggling in some goobers. Maybe I shouldn't have said that on tape, but getting some goobers and popcorn and sitting there and enjoying a movie. Because I was talking to someone over the weekend at the Mocha House, the one in Youngstown, and they said, I asked them, they said, we watch movies, but we watch them at home. I said, is there a difference, or do you enjoy doing that? And they said, actually, no. That feeling of sitting in the theater, because when you're at home, you've got television, not only television, but you've got phone, you've got the internet. Do you really sit down and actually watch a movie? I tell my students this all the time, is that you've got cell phones, you've got all this going on. It's like so many things happening at you. And one of the things is when you're in the theater, there's nothing. There's nothing that you can be bothered with unless there's people talking or if they're on their cell phone. That whole deal. That's another thing. I won't even get into that. But the main thing is sitting there and enjoying a movie. I know one of the last movies I saw was The Lincoln Lawyer, which someone said they had saw, a great movie. But the last couple of weekends I've been going to the Cleveland Film Festival. Did anybody go to the Cleveland International Film Festival? No? You should. Next year when it comes around, you should look online and see the movies that they have. It's incredible, from the short films to the longer film, foreign films, all kind of different films. Because one of the things with films now is that they seem like the same thing over and over again. You've seen this before. You've seen those kind of things. And it's just, I don't know, it's like getting hamburger when you want when you want something a little bit different. And if you go to the film festival, I'm sure you'll get something a little bit different.